How to find a good development team for your product. Hi everyone, my name is Artem. Did you know that the average development time for online store is 45 days, or for application you need spend 3 months? But what if I told you that the development time for the same product will variegated for different teams by several months? Just imagine, you are successfully develop your offline business and have decided to create website or application to sell your products. The first thing you are interested the project cost. You are open a search and look for prices. At some point you lose the touch with reality because for the same solution different agencies offered hundreds of approaches. And after this, you have even more questions that require explanations. You start looking for freelancers or developers, and everyone provides his own solution, and sometimes they are so different that it becomes even more difficult for you to figure out how to choose the proper way. For one of the specialists, the cost will be $1,000, while for others $10,000. At the same time, each specialist will give hundreds of arguments, and they will be very logical for you. But this doesn't answer the question of what to choose. And yet you have a question how to find a team of developers who can guarantee to make a quality product. Are you familiar with such situation? Let me give you advice on this difficult issue. A product is a website or application which consists of smaller projects. Each is responsible for certain functions. For example, your product is online store. Technically, it consists of front-end and back-end part. The front-end is what you see when you go to the site. It's buttons, fields, text, animation, and etc. The backend is the functionality of the project which is located on the server side. Somehow I will talk you about this in more detail if you ask me in the comments. You need a different specialist to work with backend and frontend. As a rule, a frontend specialist doesn't know the backend part, and backend specialist doesn't know the frontend. There are many programming languages. Your goal is to understand how will your project develop. For example, you are creating online store. Your customers need to have the ability to search for product on your site, add to the shopping cart and pay online. After 1 year of work, you will need to update the site design, add new features or completely change the logic of user interaction. As longer you work with the project, as more often you need to make changes the project functionality. All this must be provided when you start develop your project. The architecture of project must be scalable. It means that adding new elements to the project will not affect the operation of the site or its speed. Choose a programming language with many available developers. How to understand it? Try to search top most popular programming languages and you will find it. Our front-end team uses JavaScript, TypeScript, Angular, React, and backend team PHP, Laravel, Java. They are one of the most popular languages in the world. When you create a large project, you need to write a technical documentation. It will describe each project component. Thanks to it, you will always understand all project steps and stages. Strong development team will offer you to lead the project using the agile method, Scrum or Kanban. Simply, it's a work plan with task description for each day with estimations. Use Jira, Trello and similar boards for task planning. Also, I recommend using Gantt charts if you want to understand all developers' updates. It's very useful. Why is the development time from agencies so different? There are several reasons. Developers' level affects on the development speed. As more experience, as more knowledge how to do the job. For example, to create the same functionality, a beginner will need to spend time for researching similar solution in other projects, reading documentation and try several times to implement it. Senior specialist uses a familiar pattern of actions and will complete the job faster. A strong developer has an average of 4 years in commercial development and can complete a project from scratch. Also, the availability of ready-made solutions can affect the development time. For example, our company Airkod Software offers a client a ready-made control panel for project content, which allows us to reduce development time by 20%. Also, we have online platform for online schools. Thanks to it, you can create a lesson and provide it for your students or clients. Why does the price of website differ from agency to agency by tens of thousands of dollars? A well-structured development process includes creating a work plan according to the Scrum method, adding the project manager to the team. His role in the project is to oversee development, meet deadlines, communicate with the client, and prioritize tasks. With project manager, work efficiency increases by 20–30%. Adding technical lead. The technical lead can solve the development problems, and you need the QA. It's necessary to test each element of the project. If it's not done, then your users will have errors and you will get a negative feedback. Some agencies do not include in their cost the salary of project manager and QA because they don't have such specialist. For small project, it's not important, but if your project is constantly growing and becoming more complex, then you cannot move without same specialists. How to choose agency? Find reviews from companies that have successful collaboration. I also advise you to try Clutch.com and Upwork, which contains verified reviews. By the way, we have 2 reviews and 5 stars rating on this site. Also, use the LinkedIn to find information about company founders. Hope you enjoyed this content. Subscribe to our channel and follow our news. Good luck!